Hello everyone, welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 54 for March 3rd, 2024. This is part 5, and in part 5 we always answer some questions from the super level members, of the channel. We have 2 today, and actually the first question is very interesting and pertinent because guess what? This is a follow-up to the video we watched in part 1. We watched the video about like who makes the grass green, right? Remember that one? And so this is an explanation of that video to give it context. Ready? So he says, hello, Phil. I want to ask your thoughts on that Robert Anton Wilson video now that you've been able to watch it again with full context. What did you think of the message about how your personal baggage, emotions, or perspective can affect how we view reality? As he said, with a happy man lives in a happy world, while a sad man lives in a sad world. This was actually made in the 90s as part of a 90s joke community known as the Church of the Subgenius. He was prolific in the 1960s to the 90s and written tens of books on psychology and beloved by people around the world when he passed away in 2007. One of his most widely known ideas is a concept that he calls the reality tunnel, the concept of tunnel vision. Each person by nature has psychological preferences that they use to interpret the world around them, but if they aren't careful, it can and will become tunnel vision that restricts you, not yours, but other people's abilities to interpret reality for what it is, such as occurs today with political, personal, and even some religious belief systems. Yes, it all makes sense. Obviously, if you watch that video without any preface and you're like, what is this? Is this serious? Is this a joke? When we tried to watch it last week, the first thing someone said was, is this a cursed video like The Ring, right? Is the girl going to come get us next week, kill us? Luckily, it's been 7 days and we're all still here. So that's not the case. No pothead has come out of my TV to get me yet. But yeah, basically the way I see it is, you know, it's a philosophical video. It's presented in a really weird way that's very trippy, but it makes sense. And as I commented when we watched the video, yes, these are some things that he's saying are, you might think they're big-brained, but they're not. It's just that a lot of people don't think about that. Like the idea of normal, the idea of average, does it really exist? Is it actually a concrete thing or just an esoteric concept? Well, it is an esoteric concept because when you say, for example, what's a normal cat look like? Everyone's going to have a different idea in their head. Because there's so many different kinds of cats. There's so many varieties. For you, a normal cat might be the breed that you used to have when you had a cat as a kid, right? Or maybe a cartoon cat that you've seen a million times on TV. But for someone else, it might be something completely different. And that's the idea of normal. I mean, a cat, you know what a cat is. You have a generalized idea of what a cat looks like, how a cat acts and behaves. But is there actually a normal cat? No, there's no case of a normal cat existing, right? So, yeah, those kind of like big philosophical thoughts are interesting. You know, that, like you said, the tunnel vision of reality, your reality tunnel. This is your reality based on your senses that you have, your knowledge and your experience in your life. You have your own notion of a reality tunnel that exists. It's true. It's an interesting thing to look at. I like that because you resubmitted it. We knew that it was a serious video, and reanalyzing it, it actually was more interesting, definitely this second time than the first time, where we're all scratching our heads saying, what are we watching? Is this serious or not? I don't even know what it is, right? But it's funny, because one thing that I like to think about when we watch a video like that is, how many people will go through their entire life and never have thoughts like that, right? People who just kind of go through life and they just exist. Well, all I care about today is waking up, using the bathroom, washing, eating, making some money, or doing something to survive, right? And then, you know, going back to sleep. They don't have these philosophical thoughts about our actual existence, the human existence, and how things are perceived or anything like that, right? Instead, they turn on YouTube and they watch Glorb the Bottom 2 and give it 7 million views, right? That's kind of the common person these days on Earth. They don't ever have these thoughts, these philosophical thoughts. It's a shame. Because the human race is, you know, one of the few creatures on the planet that has any kind of self-knowledge. You know what I mean? Self-awareness. Yet, so many people just don't ever take time to use that. Anyway, that's the first question. Second question, how do you like the Yakuza series since playing Yakuza 4 in the 2010s? How has it grown on you? And would you be interested in playing Yakuza 3 or 2 Kiwami now that they've been remastered? My first Yakuza game I ever played was not 4. It was Yakuza Dead Souls. And that's, I believe it was 2010. It's a spin-off what-if scenario game. What if the main characters from the Yakuza series lived in a world where now Yokohama, Kamurocho, all those places were overrun with zombies and we're killing everyone? You know, what would you do to survive? And that's what it is. It's really running around like a beat 'em up against a bunch of zombies. I liked it. That was at like the height of the zombie craze that was happening. And I actually really liked the game, and I was curious, like, who are these oddball characters, like Goro Majima and stuff like that? Like, why does he wear the eye patch? Why does he act so eccentric? You know. So then eventually people were like, you should play Yakuza 4. So I did, and I really liked it. I liked the fact that it had a cast of characters that each of them were unique and had their own stories, and the game would switch between them, so you could see those different scenarios, the big showdown at the end on the rooftop and all of that. Although, admittedly, the game was kind of difficult at the end, and a little clunky around the edges, being a little bit of a outdated game, I would say. Over the years, the Yakuza franchise improved dramatically, both its combat as well as its visual style and its presentation style, and now you've got these divergent series. You got the Lost Judgment series, right? Or Judgment, Lost Judgment, that kind of went in its own direction as a spin-off game. You've got Yakuza games like other spin-offs, like, for example, Like a Dragon Gaiden, that plays like a classic Yakuza game and follows the old character Kazuma Kiryu. Now you've got your new series of 7 and beyond, where it turns into turn-based combat and plays more like a standard RPG, but with all these cultural things from Japan. It really is this cool anomaly of a game. And I like the franchise a ton. I'm so happy that people introduced it to me ages ago. Because in truth, are you aware? You may not be aware of this. My videos of Yakuza used to get insane views. Not at first. But the thing was, not a lot of English-speaking people were playing Yakuza. It was more like, oh, only for the Japanese. So to see me play like 4 and 5 and 0, to do those, people loved it. And if you go back, you'll see. And this was at a time when I didn't get tons of views on my videos, but I was getting hundreds of thousands of views on some of the parts of those playthroughs because people were coming to watch, oh, this is like an American playing Yakuza? That's interesting. Now today, Yakuza, everyone plays it, right? It's a very common thing. So now, no one watches any of my videos, right? It's not a big deal to see Darkside Phil play Yakuza anymore. But it was special back in the day. It felt special. It really did. And I'm happy that people introduced it to me because I had never heard of that franchise before. And then when people introduced it to me, it became a staple of stuff that I absolutely love now. So, now would I ever go back? Hold on. Would I ever go back and play other Yakuzas that I missed? You know, maybe someday. The thing is, they pump out so much content in Yakuza that it's almost like impossible. Like, for example, last year they had Like a Dragon Ishin and Like a Dragon Gaiden. Now I'm playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and I guarantee you there's probably another one coming next year too. So when every year they're pumping out 1 or 2 games in the franchise, it's hard to have time to say, oh, I also want to do this one that I missed in the past, because it's too much. It's overload, right? So, I don't know. Maybe someday, but right now, right now, I don't think that I would really go back and do it. Only because there's so much new content to do, right? Cool. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I kind of want to hit shuffle on this playlist because we're nearing the end of it and there's not much left, so I kind of want to go back earlier. So let's see here. Let's go back, and I'm going to hit shuffle again. Okay, here we go. All right. Whoa. Now, this one has a ton of views. Where do you see this? Here's a video. It's called The Egg a Short Story. 31 million views. Holy crap. That's a popular video, right? All right. Let's see what The Egg the Short Story is, right? Here we go. Anthony says, I'm actually the one that introduced him to Yakuza games. Now it's one of his favorite franchises. Thank you. And Darziak actually says the same thing. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that in my 16 years as a YouTuber, I have introduced people to so many different kinds of stuff. That's really neat, because to hear that means that I had meaning for people at a time when a lot of times I'm just dicking around with games on the internet, and it's not intentional that I'm going to have some kind of high-level meaning, but it's nice to know that that happened. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed stuff as a result of watching me play it. All right, here we go. The Egg a Short Story. Let's see what this is.
You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. It was a painless death. The medics tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off, trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened? Where am I? You died, I said, matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck, and it was skidding. Yes. I died. Yes. But don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies. You looked around. There was nothingness. Just you and me. What is this place? Is this the afterlife? More or less. Are you God? Yes, I'm God.
Oh.
My kids? My wife? What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is for your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man or possibly a woman. Some vague authority figure, maybe. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contemptuous of you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart.
Wait, what? What? Oh, this is fucked up. At first, okay, here's my initial reaction. Sadly, when this happened, I started to tear up because I'm like, man, I'd be so sad, you know, if something were to happen to me and I would leave my family behind. See, that's really like sad stuff, right? And I'm thinking for myself, if I were to leave Kat and Jasper behind, if something were to happen to me, how sad that would be. It makes me sad to think about that. And then he says, oh, your wife would secretly be happy if you died. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, that flips the whole narrative on its head. Like, what the fuck? She's happy because your marriage was bad and she's happy to see you go. What the hell? I wasn't expecting the story to go there. So hold on, let me get a tissue. But the narrative is flipped so badly that now that emotion really isn't valid anymore. Like, holy shit. Hold on a second. Wow. Oh, man. That is totally messed up. Damn. She's secretly relieved. What the hell? What an awful thing to say. Your wife is secretly relieved that you're dead. Holy shit. Well, let's keep going.
If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved.
Yeah.
Oh. So what happens now? Do I go to heaven? Or hell or something? Neither. You'll be reincarnated.
Ah.
So the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way. Walk with me. You followed along as we strode through the void.
Okay.
Where are we going? Nowhere in particular. It's just nice to walk while we talk.
Okay.
So, what's the point then? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby. So, all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter. Not so. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point to doing that between each life.
Wow, this is fascinating. This would have made like a good movie or something, right? Like, if this is the premise of a movie rather than just an animation on the internet. It's kind of interesting. Wow, 31 million views. So apparently this really resonated with a lot of people. Huh. Okay, let's keep going.
How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots. Lots and lots. and into lots of different lives. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Back in time?
You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically, time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from.
Huh.
Where you come from? Oh, sure. I come from somewhere else. And there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So, what's the point of it all? I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you.
Just you.
I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else.
It's just you.
In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on Earth, all you, different incarnations of you. Wait, I'm everyone. Now you're getting it.
That's neat.
I'm every human
Oh,
being.
great. Guess what, guys? The video is getting claimed, and that means the stream's going to definitely get shut down because I just watched 5 minutes of it, and YouTube only allows like 3. Damn. That sucks because now, number one, I can't watch the end. And number two, the stream is definitely going to get suspended for like 3 minutes. Because you can only watch about 3 minutes of the copyright and stuff, and then it gets claimed. So, yeah. Well, if someone wants to tell me how it ends, because I can't see how it ends, because of YouTube being so ass backwards and effing stupid, they won't let me watch the end of it, right? It's an interesting idea. There's only one person that just keeps getting reincarnated and living life over and over. See, the question I would ask is, but what's the point? If you can't remember everything from your previous lives, then what's the point? Because you literally can never improve. If you don't, you know what they say, if those who forget the past are destined to repeat it, correct?
Okay.
I wanted to jump ahead here because basically I think the video might get blocked for even showing that still. Okay, so what's the point? If you were endlessly reincarnated into the same person or different people, what's the point of doing that? Like he says, oh, you know, eventually you're going to remember everything. Yeah, but you can't ever remember when you're the person. So you'll never improve. It's kind of like just an endless crapshoot. Where will you end up in time? What will your social status be? What will your means be? What will your physical characteristics be? And how will you go about life with those different scenarios? But it's just weird. The way again, what I'm thinking is, I don't know how that would work, because what's the point if you can't remember when you're alive? I can understand if you remember when you're alive that you were everyone else, and you could bring that experience to the table to become a better person over time, fine. But if you can't remember it when you're alive, then what was the point? SD Charger says it's all you as the ultimate global consciousness. Orange says, I don't know what it's saying, but the truth is we have no greater purpose and we should find our own meaning. We are all the same you under a different perspective. I mean, if anything, what it does, it at least lets you understand that we're not all so different, right? We are. We're all humans. We're all just trying to exist. We're all just trying to get through life, get by, and have some find some kind of a meaning for ourselves, right? It's true. I think a lot of people don't think about that, correct? A lot of people instead think of it as just about me. Life is all just about me, me, me. And that's it, right? But it's not. It really should be like you have to think of other people around you, the greater good, and things like that as well, right? SD Charger says towards the end, it talks about when you do something bad to someone, you basically are doing it to yourself. Right. When you're mistreating other people to get ahead, it's just fleeting. Because you're not collectively doing things that are good for humanity. It's just temporary and fleeting success, temporary and fleeting, you know, popularity or you know, financial gain, whatever it would be, correct? That's why when I tell you guys, when you see all these other YouTubers who all they do is this kind of drama content, let's just make fun of someone all day and get ahead doing it. How awful that is. You have no idea. It's not just, oh, it's immoral. It actually hurts human society. Do you understand that? Like YouTube in general, having this toxic nature of people just ripping everyone and everything around you apart for personal gain is very bad for human society as a whole. It sets you back. And now you have a whole generations of kids who go to YouTube and see that content and just think that's how I should behave in my life. I should just hurt everyone around me for personal gain because there's no repercussions for it on YouTube, so it must be that like that all of my life, right? And then their morality fades away, and it's pretty messed up. So it sucks. I wanted to watch the end of it, but luckily right now it finally cleared up. But it's just gonna end up blocking the video. It really stinks. I would have liked to watch the end of that, right? All right, we'll watch one more video before we split the part. IcePoseidon gets berated by a child at beggars in the streets during India. What? I don't know. See, all I know about IcePoseidon, he's an IRL streamer, correct? So I guess he just does crazy shit. He goes places and you know, I guess, is that what we're saying? Right?
You guys won't take me? Okay, well, thank you. I guess, I mean, okay. If I get bit by one of these dogs, man, I swear to God.
This guy has the weirdest stats. Look at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I'm going to remove my webcam. It says $1 is 30 seconds. Kick sub is 3 minutes. Subs 775 out of 1,000. What does that even mean? It means that if he gets contributions, he does things live in real life or something? Right? This is just weird, man.
Oh, the shoes? No, sorry. No, I can't buy you shoes, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, what... Oh, let's see. Diamond store. Let's see here. Yep. What is that? Pens?
Yeah, they're trying to get him to buy a pen. They're going to keep bothering him until he buys one. Watch, they're going to follow him around too, right?
Nine. Okay.
Oh, you guys are saying that's how long he streams. If money keeps coming in, he'll continue to stream. So for every $1 he makes, he'll do another 30 seconds. If he gets a Kick sub, he'll do 3 minutes. So I guess he's streaming on Kick.
Okay. Okay. I just feel so bad because they're like children, but man, okay. Where do I call an Uber around here? What? I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Well, I can't help you. I don't want to.
They're not gonna leave him alone.
Okay, hold on. Let's go this way. Oh fuck! Oh, I almost fell in a hole, dude. What the hell? Jesus! Oh my God, I fell in a hole, dude. All right. Nine.
They're all over.
Nine.
Those little kids are all over the street trying to sell those pens.
We've got a whole trio, like Peter Piper. All right. Hold on a second.
They probably never see someone like him, right? They would never see like a white guy walking down the street with a camera. So immediately they think if this guy's walking down the street with a camera streaming, he has money, right?
Oh God, I'm being surrounded here. Okay, hold on. Oh Jesus.
See, I don't even understand what a subathon is. You guys are saying it extends the timer of his subathon. What the hell is a subathon? What does that even mean? I really don't even understand it. Noct says, sadly you want to help kids like this, but probably it's just some kind of scam. They're being controlled by an adult. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, it's a beggar's ring. Adults enslave them to beg and collect money at the end of the day. Shit. It's terrible, huh?
Okay, hold on a second. Oh, Hannah, I need to go to Old Delhi. Old Delhi.
So just to show you his stream time, can you see it? It's fascinating. So, wow, I just completely misclicked. 30, oh, you can't see it. 36 hours, 31 minutes, 57 seconds. But then it changes if someone contributes.
The more I say nigh, the more show up. She said nigh, the more you say nigh, the more they quadruple. What? Oh, the bike? Oh, the rice?
Bike nahi.
Oh.
Rice.
Oh, rice. Oh, you want me to... Oh, fuck. I can't buy... There's like 7 of you now. I can't buy rice for everyone.
Now all the kids are following him.
Okay. Okay. Buy the pens. Okay. Listen. Listen. I will give you... Here. Okay, just... That's it.
What a dummy. He handed their money. Now they're all going to flock. Now it's like you're feeding pigeons. You feed one and then 17 more come to get the feed, right? Yo, he's going to be swarmed by kids.
Nai.
You stupid idiot.
I gave him 20 rupee. Nai. Oh, God. I may have messed up. I can't.
Yes, you did.
Okay. This is interesting. I don't know what to do here. I'm being stared at by every single person in this alleyway. And I'm afraid if I do something even more insane, such as like, no, I'm going to get like jumped by the locals or something for yelling at children.
You probably will.
It's like they're children, so I don't want to be too mean. I don't want to get jumped by the locals. Do the locals care if I just yell at kids and tell them to fuck off? Oh, God. I'll give you 500 rupee to carry my backpack for me. Here. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be crazy and complete exploitation of children. Also, they would just run off with it. What, dude? What do you want me to do? I can't help you.
They're not going to stop.
No.
That's it. That's their strategy. They're just going to stay with him like for the whole time he's there. They're going to keep walking around all day till he gives them money, right? Subathon is held by a timer on how long the stream will go on. Let's say for 24 hours. When that counts to the 0, the stream ends. Contributions will add seconds and certain minutes to the timer. Boy, we've really just come up with the most unhealthy, toxic, exploitative ways to do this, huh? Really? Well, now I'm glad I never did a subathon. All right. Well, that's enough of that clip. Guys, we're almost done. We got one more part coming up of DSP versus the internet. And I hope that you guys will watch the final part. I hope you enjoyed so far. It's been a good variety week, I feel, right? I really enjoyed the show this week, and we'll see what's coming up in the final parts. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in part 6.